Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Endless Sky, shall we? This is a game that's actually free to play on Steam, and it was recommended to me. I'd never heard of it before, and I was really excited to see what this is all about because it looks amazing from the Steam page. So, we're going to dive in with a new pilot, and I guess it says here you grew up on New Boston, an uninteresting world in the dirt belt. You've dreamed of owning a starship ever since your first visit to the spaceport at the age of 15. After many long years of working at a textile mill, you've finally saved enough credits to apply for a pilot's license from the Republic. After receiving the license, and with freedom from this planet at your fingertips, you travel to the bank to take out a loan on your first ship. All right, let's do it. The bank's architecture is what you would have called futuristic back when you dreamed that the future would be less squalid than the present. Story above story of curves and spires and balconies, all in gleaming metal. A doorman stands by each of the heavy glass doors. You are wearing your very best clothes, but you feel shabby next to them. The lawn broker's office is equally intimidating. Large computer monitors fill the walls with stock quotes and other information spilling down them almost too fast to read. You occasionally glimpse the names of places that you've only seen in movies. Aldebaran, Terrazed, Earth. The pen is heavy as lead, but glides almost without friction as you print your initials on the bottom of the page of ominous legal documents and sign several dozen statements, notices, and agreements. The banker, a balding middle-aged man in a suit that you suspect costs more than the starship you are about to purchase, flips the pages past you quickly, uttering a curt "sign here, now here," as he points to each page. He moves swiftly, mechanically. The only moment when he becomes truly animated is when explaining the truth in lending statement to you. You are borrowing 480,000 credits, he says, to be repaid over the course of 1 year. Wow. Your daily interest is 0.4%, which means that your daily payments are 2,503 credits, and by the end of the year, you will have paid 433,567 credits in interest. Great. We're buying it twice, baby. Sign here, he grins. To sign your name one final time. Okay, so our first name is Doctor, and our last name is Incompetent. Okay. The elevator is so well tuned that you do not even realize it is moving until it has deposited you back in the lobby. But as you leave the bank, you are smiling. This crazy adventure suddenly feels real to you. You are going to do it. You're finally going to get off this planet. Compared to the bank, you feel much more at home in the shipyard, walking among rusted out hulks, and newer ships that gleam in the sunlight. You smell grease and dirt and rocket fuel, wonderful smells. There are 3 ship modules within your price range. Which one you choose will determine your future, okay? Here you can buy new ships. Use your scroll wheel or click and drag to scroll the view. As in the trading and outfitter panels, you can hold down Shift, Control, or Alt to buy 520 or 500 ships at once. I wish. Or multiple keys for larger amounts. You can also press F to search the shipyard for a specific ship. Okay? So, actually, now it dawns on me where someone recommended this. It was in the comments to a Dustland delivery video that I did, and it was, kind of about how that's a cool game and about, hauling and transporting and trucking and all that, but that this was a free game that was also kind of in that niche and was very well done. So do I want to do a transport, a freighter, or an interceptor? So the transport, the shuttle here are fast, and they have one weapon. It's cheap. It's passenger transport or a cargo courier. Okay, so I could buy this for really cheap, and here's all the stats on it, which it's almost more like, though, when I'm thinking about which one do I want to choose, it's more like what kind of a game do I want to play. This is a cluster of cargo containers. They're a target of pirates commonly, so it's not fast. So I'm not going to escape anyone, but it does have some more shields, way more hull, way more cargo space as well. And then there's the interceptor, and this thing has a ton of shields, almost like half the hull of the freighter. Very little cargo space, but you go fight stuff. So do you want to just take people out? So, this would be the truck, the star barge, and we just move stuff around. It says the Syndicate CT-50 star barge is little more than a cluster of cargo containers. It is slow and ugly, but it can carry enough cargo to earn its captain a steady income, even in parts of the galaxy where it's hard to find passengers. Okay. So we're going to get wrecked by pirates because we're carrying fat loot. But joke's on them. The entire cabin is full of explosives. So they're going to love it. I'm going to love it. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try the star barge. Enter a name for your brand new star barge. Okay, so Incompetent barge. All right, so I can't buy anything else. I'm just going to leave. With some trepidation, you give the shipyard owner your money and take your new ship for a test drive, piloting it out of the shipyard and onto a spare landing pad by the spaceport. Then you get out and look the ship over a bit more closely. You are busy polishing out a few rust spots with a piece of steel wool when an old man in grease-stained coveralls walks up. Nothing like buying your very first starship, he says. And I have some dialogue options. Yeah, I'm still kind of in shock over how much I spent. Well, I don't plan on getting too attached to it. I'll be flying something much nicer before long. Beat it, old-timer. I've got more important things to do than chat with you. That's fantastic. I'll take option 1. He grins. I know the feeling. It's a crime how much interest the banks charge to first-timers. It's been that way ever since when I first started out. You're a captain, you ask? Was, he says. Sold off my fleet a few days ago, and I already miss it. But it was time for me to retire. His voice trails off and his face lights up. Say, any chance I could hitch a ride with you? Maybe show you the ropes, give you some pointers? I could pay you, of course. Great. It's a good day when a kind old man who is probably not going to try to steal my ship wants to pay me to teach me and transport him. Sure, where are you trying to get to? Well, he says, I got a spot reserved in a retirement home, but I don't mind taking a roundabout way to get there. For starters, how about you give me a lift to New Greenland? It's just one jump away from here. I can mark it on your map. All right, man. I'm not even going to talk price. Sounds good. Great, he says. My name's James, by the way. Dr. Incompetent, you say. I'm looking forward to traveling with you, Captain Incompetent, says James. As you're helping him wheel his luggage aboard and showing him his bunk, he says, before we take off, you might head over to the trading center and stock up on medical goods. We could sell those for a good profit on New Greenland. Also, make sure to visit the local outfitter. While they don't sell much here, compared to on the big manufacturing worlds, every world with an outfitter would at least carry a map with some information on neighboring systems. Buying them can help if you're not quite sure where you're going. Okay, good. I'm not sure. Okay, awesome. That's a nice landscape there. New Boston is a completely unremarkable world, except, of course, for the fact that you happen to have been born here. Looks pretty beautiful to me. Most of the land is wet and marshy, and the coastal regions are prone to flooding. Some food crops are grown here, but most of the farmers instead plant flax and jute, which grow well in wet soil, and are used to make linen and burlap cloth. The textile mills are hot and poorly ventilated, but they offer higher and more reliable income than farming. Fair enough. Okay, so he told me to go to the trading area and buy some medical supplies. Trading. This is the trading panel. Earn money by buying commodities at a low price in one system and selling at a higher price elsewhere. To view your map of commodity prices in other systems, press M. To buy or sell, click on buy or sell or select a line with the up and down arrows and press plus or minus. You can buy 5 tons at once, right, 20 with control and 500 with alt, or larger amounts at a time by holding down 2 keys at once, or even all 3. All right. So he suggested medical, and I have 0 in the hold. I have 50 free space. So how much money do I have again? I have 8,500. So if I buy 5, you can see my money going down. I have enough to buy just all of the medical supplies, stock up on that. And I did. So good. And is there anything else I want to do here? Taking on jobs is a safe way to earn money. Special missions are offered in the spaceport. More mundane jobs are posted on the job board. Most special missions are only offered once. If you turn one down, it will not be offered to you again. The payment for a job depends on how far you must travel and how much you are carrying. Jobs that have a time limit pay extra, but if you're paid nothing if you missed a deadline, as you gain reputation for skill in combat, new jobs will become available, including escorting convoys and bounty hunting. Okay, so here I am. I actually don't know where he wants me to go. He wants me to go passenger to New Greenland. So if I look at the star chart here, I don't even know where New Greenland is. I don't see it. He said it was only one jump away. Here's the jobs in the upper left. So I would need something that's going exactly to where I'm going, which I don't see. So I probably don't want to do this at the minute. Let me go back. We can go to the shipyard, I guess. I guess this is just buying more ships. The outfitter. I could buy rockets or something. I'm not going to buy anything. I might need them, but um, I don't have any cargo space. I don't know if that's an issue. Let me get the description for the outfitter. Here you can buy new equipment for your ship. Your ship has a limited amount of outfit space. Oh, so maybe this is like some of this might be independent of my cargo space, which would be good. Some types of outfits have other requirements as well. For example, only some of your outfit space can be used for engines or weapons. This is your ship's engine capacity and weapon capacity. Guns and missile launchers also require a free gun port, and turrets require a free turret mount. Also, missiles can only be bought if you have the right launcher installed. Use your scroll wheel or click and drag to scroll to view. As you're trading, right. So I don't know if I can buy. Let me see what I have as far as weapons over here. Do I have any? I have 11 outfit space free, and I have 0 gun ports free. I do have 1 turret mount free. There we go. I have an anti-missile turret. I have a shield generator, a hyperdrive. So basically, I can shoot down missiles that are coming at me. But I don't have any weapons at all. You can see I do have the anti-missile turret installed, as it says over here. This is the battery pack, the engine I have, local map. It costs 1,000. I mean, yeah, I'll buy the map. Cargo scanner. This allows you to scan the cargo hold of the ship you're currently targeting. Okay. I do have the hyperdrive and the shield generator. So this helps you if you're overheating. This is expensive. I don't think I need to buy anything just yet. He might. I'm just going to pray that this man will tell me if I need something. I don't know if he will. I'm not even going to hire any crew yet. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to say, okay, I got the medical supplies. I should get out of here, I suppose. I have no navigation set. Let me see, like, I'm just trying to take in the UI. This is, I don't know, radiation power temperature. And then I've got, like, shields and hull and my money, the date, the map over here. I was wondering if I could see, like, my current objectives or anything like that, but that's fine. I'm just going to click Depart. Welcome to the sky. To travel to another star system, press M to view your map and click on the system you want to travel to. Your hyperdrive can only travel along the links shown on your map. Okay. After selecting a destination, close your map and press J to jump to that system. Your ship does not jump until you release the jump key. Once you have escorts, you can hold the key to get them ready to jump, then release it to have them all jump simultaneously. When you reach a new system, you can press L to land on any inhabited planets that are there. Also, don't worry about crashing into asteroids or other ships. Your ship will fly safely above or below them. Okay. Oh my God, I'm moving. All right, so I need to open the map. The map shows all the star systems you know about and the hyperspace links between them. You can use the map to plot a hyperspace course by clicking on the system you want to jump to. Right. All right, so I'm going to zoom in, and I know that I'm trying to go to New Greenland. Okay. I don't know where. I guess maybe that's why I should have looked at things closer, but he wants me to go to New Greenland. And it must be in one of these systems here, but I don't know what's in the system. Like, can I... This looks like it has like an arrow by it. This is the Arcturus system, and New Greenland is indeed there. You can see on the map in the upper left. Now, if I click Find, and I say New Greenland, it will zoom in for me on this map, which is great. So that's where I want to go. So I'm just going to push the... I want to go here, and... Now, I don't know why when I push J, it's like taking me away from where I am. I want to go here. Maybe I've misunderstood. Oh, I see. No. Yeah, this is where I want to go. Okay, J just moves it around. I thought they meant like you hold J and then you let it go. I must have misread that. 1 second. Let me check the controls. Initiate hyperspace jump J. Huh. Fire afterburner. Maybe I need to press A or... But I was pushing J. Let me try it again. See, when I hold down J, it just like rotates between these. Oh, okay. No, now I get it. You don't do it from the map. You would need to do it from this screen. My fault. Okay. That was cool. That looked neat. You don't jump from the map. Okay, now I get it. Oh, go land right there. Oh my god. I am flying. Sort of. Yeah, disengage the autopilot. Wait, land. There we go. I got it. Autopilot saved me. All right. As you land on New Greenland, James says, congrats on your first trip through hyperspace. I'm impressed that you didn't throw up. Most folks do the first time, including you, you ask? Yeah, and then spend half an hour in orbit cleaning my cabin while hoping the passengers wouldn't come out of their bunk and see the mess. Not my proudest moment. Anyway, here's your pay. He hands you 10 grand. Hey, man, thanks. Then he adds, if you're okay with giving me a lift a while longer, sell off any of that cargo and meet me in the spaceport. I'll see if I can rustle up any interesting work for you to do. I love it. Okay, done. There are sound effects, but I didn't realize they're like unbelievably quiet. So let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, the game volume is super quiet. So I'll have to make a note of kind of like where in the video I do that, because I'm going to crank the volume. I couldn't hear anything. There's no music that I can tell, but there's at least sound effects. All right. So, wow. Yep, that's New Greenland for you. New Greenland was first settled about 600 years ago, at the peak of the Turf Wars era, where most planets were controlled by powerful corporations and their struggles often turned into outright warfare with privately owned fleets and armies. The people who came to New Greenland were looking for a world so marginal and undesirable that they could live here in peace without being caught in the crossfire. The locals here grow food in greenhouses and specialize in making warm winter clothing, which is the planet's only export. Wow. I guess so. You'd think they need to keep that. This is the Patagonia, export center. Okay, so I'm going to go to the trading place and I'm going to sell. So you can see we bought low and they're selling it at medium. So I'm going to sell all of this. And I did make a reasonable profit. I think, let's say I bought all of those before at 500-ish and I'm selling them for, 667. So let's say I made 120 times 50, not bad. Okay, but I don't know where I'm going next. So let's go meet the dude at the spaceport. The spaceport on New Greenland is small enough that it doesn't take long to find James. He's talking with a man wearing what looks like a doctor's lab coat. Captain Incompetent, says James. Glad you could join us. It turns out there's been a flu outbreak on Heartland, and they're asking every captain with space to spare to carry some vaccines and other medical supplies over there. Are you willing to help out? Sure, I can. Anything I can. All right. To help out. Great. They'll be loading up your ship shortly. Okay, so they're giving me some stuff to transport. The spaceport's near the equator, but it's still cold enough that there is always some snow on the ground. You've never seen as many people in fur coats as there are here. What might be considered a luxury in other parts of the galaxy is a necessity here, where the cheapest clothing material is the pelts of indigenous animals. From the size of the claws hanging decoratively off some of the coats, you have to give a grudging respect to the hunters. High fashion is not an industry that usually involves risk of dismemberment. And the textile worker says, working in the mill is hard, but I'm making good money. Someday I hope to build my own spaceship like yours. Hey, I was a textile worker. All right, so I guess my ship is loaded up. Okay, here we go. If I push I get this inventory screen. And it says here is my star barge, and all of my stats are good. I have 0 piracy threat, which is great. And my ship info, this info tab lets you view detailed information about ships in your fleet at any time. This includes any information you could see at a shipyard or outfitter, as well as the cargo and passengers distributed among each ship. Ships can be renamed in this panel by clicking on the ship's name. While landed on a planet, you're able to change how guns and turrets are arranged by dragging the name of a weapon to another gun or turret location. While in flight, you're able to jettison individual pieces of cargo by clicking on the name of the cargo. Okay. So, I have 48 cargo of vaccines, which is pretty much my entire load. I can't carry too much more. Oh, and you can check from this screen. You could check your logbook, and then you can also check your missions. So, or these are the missions that are available, right? So I need to go. Where is it that you wanted me to go again? He said to go to space or something. I think I missed that. I guess I was taking it for granted that they would tell me more easily where I need to go. All right, let me check something really fast. Just looking at the controls, let me see about there's keyboard navigation, there's weapons, there's targeting, but I don't see anything. The inventory isn't even listed here, or the I button that I pushed as like an important key. But it says right here in the bottom left on the key, like this little blue thing tells me where I'm supposed to go for my active job. So that's pretty simple. I need to go here. This is 2 jumps away. All right, so I'm going to set this as my location, and we're just going to depart, and then I'm going to hold J and rocket. There we go. So we're going to Mizar, and then I'm going to... It jumps me again. Great. I need to go to Heartland. And I'm going to land there. It's the closest one. I just push L, and you could see me automatically flying to the planet, and whoop, I made it. You drop off the shipment of vaccines on Heartland and collect your payment of 30,000 credits. Hauling freight, says James. Not the most glamorous job or the most interesting, but you're always guaranteed steady income. And once you know the galaxy a bit better, instead of taking missions, you can find your own trade routes to follow. The only trouble is build up a fleet with lots of cargo space and not enough defenses, and the pirates begin to take notice. Do you have a lot of trouble with pirates when you were captain? Some. That's why you can't just go traipsing about the galaxy in a fleet of unarmed star barges. Every pirate within a week's travel will hear you're coming through and come after you. In the long term, having a few heavy freighters with good defenses is more cost-effective than losing a star barge or two to the pirates on every journey. He picks up his suitcase. If you want to run another mission with me, look for me in the spaceport. I'll see if I can find you something a bit higher profit margin this time. All right, so we go to the spaceport to continue the mission. And here we are in Heartland. It's a pleasant world with a geography mostly consisting of low hills, plains, and oceans. The farms here produce bountiful crops, and as a result, it has drawn tens of millions of settlers. Looks like it. Many of them now work in factories or assembly lines in which most of the farm equipment is used in the surrounding systems it's built. Tractors from Heartland are trusted to be well built and sturdy and easy to repair. Some are still in use, that were built over a century ago. Awesome. So I have to say, this game is fascinating. It's got the transporting and trucking element, right, of Dustland delivery, but it also has this, wide open space, make your fortune sandbox feel with kind of like an old school text based game. It's pretty lo-fi, and yet I think it's incredibly interesting. I know I'm going to get wrecked, but I'm having a good time anyway, and I'd love to know what you all think of this game. Have you heard of Endless Sky before? Is this something that you want to see more of? What are your impressions? Let me know in the comments below, and I am going to put a link to the Steam page because it is free to play, and you can check it out as well. And if you have any tips for a new player like myself, as I'm learning the ropes, that would be awesome. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care.